Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever in the world you are. We love food, right? Everybody loves food. Everybody loves eating food. I love food, love eating food. But many of us don't like to be fed. And as much as we like food, we ought to like what's being fed to us, or in us, rather. You know what I mean? Because some people just feeding you BS, you know what I mean? And then other people are feeding you things to enhance your soul, you know what I mean? When it comes to food, something you digest, you know what I mean? We mean this literally and figuratively. When it comes to food that you digest, you have to make sure that it's good for your body, good for your soul. So, when it comes to all the things that are such distraction, all these things on the internet, memes talking this, celebrities showing that, and TMZ saying this, and gossip sites saying that, recognize the food that you're digesting and find out if it's good for you, your body, your soul. All these different TV shows where people ain't doing nothing but fighting anyway, what's the point of that? All these different shows ain't doing nothing but gossiping about people just because they're famous. What's the point in that? Recognize the food that you are digesting. Know what you are digesting in your body, in your soul. And ask yourself, is it good for me? Is this okay for me to keep eating? Because some of this stuff out here that y'all keep being fed, you just keep eating it. You don't mind it at all. But it's not good for you, though. It's not good for your soul. It's not good for your body, your brain, any of that. It's tearing you apart from the place inside you that you need to be getting. And that's feeling good, being positive, being dope in every facet of life. Recognize what you're being fed. And not only that, when it comes to other people, make sure you're feeding people something that's going to do them good, something that's great for themselves, their soul, their body. Make sure, as much as you're being fed, especially if it's positive things, make sure you're doing the same for others. Because food, as you know, is no good to your body when it doesn't benefit your body. You understand? All the diets and stuff that we go on these days, just for our body's sake. You have to use that same thing in the figurative sense when it comes to all the things that you're digesting in your head, in your brain, through your eyes, in your heart, all of it. Because all of it is still food. And being fed things that don't benefit you is crisis, is tragic, and sometimes can be a casualty. So please recognize what you're being fed. Eat food, eat good food, and be fed the same. And when you're done with that, make sure you're feeding somebody in return the same as you got. Except when it doesn't benefit you. Because we should never be doing anything that does not benefit us as an individual first. Service is about doing for others. And in that, being fed the right stuff, you will eventually lead to feeding others the right things too. But first you have to master what you eat. Check your diet. What are you digesting? What are you having for dinner? What is good for your body, for your soul? Make sure you recognize what you're being fed. Got it? Watch your diet. Because everything that you digest isn't always good for your body or your soul. It's Motivation Monday.